You're listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast, a place for people to hear what's going on up and down the beach and to get the truth about what really goes on around the Outer Banks. So, are you ready? Here we go.
All right. Thank you so much, Wes. Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode 133, and it's all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio, online at kellysobxauto.com. If you are in the need of a newer vehicle, go by and check out his lot. And if they don't have what you're looking for, there's a good chance that they can find what you're looking for. Again, you can check them out online at kellysobxauto.com. Go say hello to Kelly. Go say hello to Dakota. All the fine folks over at Kelly's Automotive would be happy to assist you in your quest for a vehicle. What's that website again? Oh, yeah, kellysobxauto.com. And hey, look, we are so thankful to have somebody help power the vessel like the fine folks over at Outer Banks Pest Control and online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. Any of the creepy crawlies, the varmints, the critters that are plaguing your home, your office, your business space, whatever the case may be, they can help you get rid of said creepy crawlies, critters, and varmints. They'd be happy to do it. As I've said before, Miss Jessie over there, one of the sweetest people you ever meet, but she's tough on those pesky critters. Again, online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. Woo, Lord have mercy. Man, oh man. The weather has been quite active out in the ocean here lately. It really has. Fall's in the air here on the Outer Banks. We've still had some warm temperatures. I mean, it's been kind of a roller coaster in a lot of ways. I guess they call it like fake fall. It's like summer's over, and then it's like fake fall where we've got some like upper 60s, low 70 temperatures. And then all of a sudden we're back up into the 80s again. We had a couple of those days last week, but it looks like things are starting to kind of plane out, maybe ever so slightly. As you heard me say something in regards to the tropics, they're very active, and that's to be expected this time of the year. I mean, we just got over the hump of the peak of hurricane season. Okay, so we're going back down. Things will start to slow down, but they're not slowing down anytime soon. It doesn't look like. There's lots of activity going on out there. Of course, what we got, I haven't even looked at the names, but regardless, we said a little prayer to pray them away last week, and I believe it worked. They started making their way. Both of those two, was it Humberto and Ingrid or something? I can't remember the I name, but regardless, they started creeping this way, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, shot out to sea. That was great stuff. All right. There's power in prayer. I mean, y'all think that I might have been mocking my prayers or whatever. I really was not. I was praying these storms away because we don't need them. We don't need them. I mean, you think about what we didn't even get a direct impact or direct landfall, rather, from Hurricane Aaron and just the erosion, the houses that fell down in Buxton. Think about if one of these storms that was cruising by the coast decided it was going to make a beeline for us, we'd be in a lot of trouble. Okay, so I pray that none of the devastation that could occur from that, or any of the higher tides and the beach erosion and stuff for that nature, or for that matter, comes our direction. I mean, I don't want to deal with any of that. I got a bunch of trees around my house. It's not likely I'm going to get any flooding where I live. I live next to a cemetery. Okay. So you think about where a cemetery typically is, it's higher elevation, higher property. Okay. If I'm underwater, you best believe all the Wanchese is underwater. Okay. That being said, I have a lot of pine trees around my house, and I have had a pine tree fall on my house because of Tropical Storm Isaias back in the year 2020. I don't know if any of you remember Isaias, but I do, for that part specifically. Okay. And I still have lots of pine trees. Don't want them to fall on my house. Bottom line. So, all that being said, any more storms that decide they want to form up, we're going to pray them away right now. Lord, keep your hand over the Outer Banks. We want to push away whatever storms decide they want to make their way this direction. We ask that you just send them on out to sea and have them disappear and not affect anybody. In your name we pray. Amen and amen again. All right. Austin had his first football game this past Saturday. Okay. We play a team from the beach every week. So we got a Manio, Wanchese, Dare County mainland football team. And then you've got a football team comprised of kids from the beach. They're 10 to 12 year olds. The kids on the beach they got some pretty decent size to them. Austin gave it his best shot. He got pancaked every stinking play. But you know what? He got up and he tried again. And that was like the best part for me, was that he didn't quit. He didn't just like wander off the field and say, I don't want to do this anymore. He went out there. He gave his best shot. He knows what he's got to do differently now. We talked about it, and I just told him, I reminded him of how proud I am of him for how hard he's trying. He's really giving it his best effort. But hey, when you got kids that are my size, I mean, I'm 5'10", 250. All right. These kids were taller than me, probably about the same weight, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you got kids that big, you can't do much with it. You really can't. So it is what it is. I mean, we're going to see how they do this coming Saturday. But hey, his first football game in the books. They didn't come up. They didn't come up with a victory, but they were missing two of their key players, too. And those guys will be back for the next game. And we'll see if that makes a difference in the score, or maybe even the entire outcome of the game. We shall see. But I was very proud of him. We decided he turned 11 on Friday. We went to La Fagatas and Nags Head. Shout out to Tomas and Danny and Tony and all them over there at La Fagatas and Nags Heads. My favorite places to go. And that's where he wanted his birthday dinner. So we all rounded out over there and we just had ourselves a great time. Sunday, finished the celebrations of the birthday party. Took a bunch of kids to Top Golf in Virginia Beach. Played that. I'd never done it before. It's actually kind of fun. And finally started getting the swing of things, for lack of better terms, when I got centered up on the ball the right way and was hitting it the right way. And the kids had fun. We ended up going over to Dave and Buster's at Lynn Haven Mall right there in Virginia Beach. And they just ran wild through there for about an hour and a half and played video games and did whatever. So they seemed to really enjoy that. That was, that kind of rounded out my weekend, but now we're back into the week. And it's, like I said, cloudy. Temperatures aren't too bad this week, or they haven't been. And, it's just a little breezy because of just what we've been dealing with those storms off the beach. They're way out there, but they still tend to throw waves and wind this direction. But yeah, hey, fall is in the air. This week, I'm not going to stay right here in the studio. I'm actually going to pack it up again. I went to Jolly Rogers last week. I want to thank Andrea and Carol Ann for allowing me to come hang out at Jolly's. This week, packing it up and going over to Fishheads. Yes, going to Fishheads Bar and Grill, milepost 18.5 in South Nags Head on the glorious, wondrous, outstandingly fabulous Outer Banks Fishing Pier. I'm going to go hang out over there, see what kind of shenanigans I can get into. Hopefully, I get some individuals that work in the bar area and, maybe in the tackle shop and to talk to me and sit down and hang out. The last time I was over there, we had some technical difficulties. Some of the volumes and things weren't working correctly. I think we got that stuff worked out this time. That was a couple years ago. We're going back. So we're going to go back to Fishheads and what is this? What do they call it? What's that Tosh.0 guy? What was it called? Redemption? Well, we need some Fishheads redemption. So that's what we're going to go get in this episode of the podcast. I'm trying to think about some news. I know that they're getting ready to do, and this is just kind of like matter of fact type information, but I did see something that Sam Walker posted on Sam Walker at obxnews.com the other day regarding some paving that's going on right now in the Manio-Wanchese intersection area on into Manio and between the Virginia Dare Bridge, which is what we call the new Man's Harbor Bridge, and the Washington Bond Bridge, which a lot of us call the Pirates Cove Bridge. There's doing some paving right through there on Roanoke Island, so keep that in mind. I don't know if they're almost done yet or not, because at the time of the recording of this podcast, they've just gotten started. So just be mindful of that. But for all other news, anything that's jumping out that you want to know about here on the Outer Banks that I just don't cover, Sam Walker, obxnews.com. He's the Grand Slam. Woo! Sam Walker. Again, Sam Walker, obxnews.com. Captain Marty, taking him to Belhaven. His next fishing show will be out this coming Saturday. All right, so you're going to want to listen for that. Going to Belhaven to talk and hang out with the fine folks at A&W Sales and Howell's Mercantile right there in Pinetown, which is literally like a mile on the other side of Belhaven. Literally. It's not even that far. On Seed Tick Neck Road, we're going to go hang out with Mr. Wayne Sr. and Wayne Jr. in the crowd. Also, I believe Ricky Radcliffe and Shane Griegspoor from Radcliffe Marine are going to be hanging out with us as well. So that's part of it, and that's going to be coming out this coming Saturday. So be listening for Captain Marty. If you haven't subscribed to Captain Marty yet, you need to do that. Okay, you need to go subscribe to him. Oh, what's that you say? You can't remember how to find Captain Marty on OuterBanksThisWeek.com? Okay, well, I'm going to give you the Easiest way to do it. You're going to go to Google. Okay. You know what that is? Google, Google, Google.com. There you go. Spelled it for you. And I need you to type in the search bar the word Captain. Okay. And the word Marty. All right. If you type in Captain Marty, bam. As soon as you hit search, it's the first thing that pops up at the top. Click on that, and that'll take you right to the Captain Marty channels. Then you can download your Spotify, your Pandora, your iHeart, whatever you have, wherever you listen to your podcasts or whatnot. Then you can subscribe to Captain Marty's channel. I want to encourage you to do that because the Captain really loves his listeners. He really does, okay? Something you need to know about. I also want to throw this out here real quick. Here's something I want to throw out there. We actually here at Outer Banks this week now have a telephone number. Okay, so I always say email me at justin@outerbanksthisweek.com. But now you can call and leave me a voicemail. Now, it may say something about Captain Marty. Okay, you can leave Captain Marty a voicemail too. But if you want to leave me a voicemail, call this number 252-216-2797. And of course, I'll post the description, or I'll post this phone number rather in the description of this podcast. But 252-216-2797. You can leave me a voicemail. Hey, you may even have it played back on the podcast. It could very well happen. Okay. So be careful what you say. All right. But hey, if you want to call me and leave me a message and ask me a question about something, happy to talk to you. Okay. But yeah, again, that phone number, and again, it's going to be in the description of the podcast, 252-216-2797. Questions, comments, concerns, gripes, complaints, whatever. I want to hear it all. Talk to me about it. 252-216-2797. All right. Let me, let's see here. I'm going to do a couple shout outs. I do have a few that I want to do. And one of them I actually went out on the road and got some sound bites from. So I'm going to plug that in. But hey, shout out real quick. I got to shout out to, and I cannot remember their team name to save my life right now. When I did trivia last Wednesday at McGrath's Burger Shack, there was a group and they did great and they were super fun and really, really fun group. They're big Chicago's Cubs fans. But the one thing that I remember was there was a question about John Coffey. What book was John Coffey? What Stephen King book would you find the inmate John Coffey or something like that? And of course, the answer is The Green Mile. But this one lady from the group, and again, I'm so sorry I can't remember their names, but they screamed out. I mean, they didn't scream it out, but after they wrote down their answers and I collected their slips, she was knew beyond a shadow of a doubt she was correct. And she wrote Shawshank Redemption. And when I went to give the answer, she was not thrilled that I did not see. I mean, she stood up. She's like, I know this one. I know this one. And she stood up and kind of put her hands up in the air like, I got it. I know this one. And when I said The Green Mile, she stopped and just kind of sat back down in her seat all sad-like. And I was like, I know you put Shawshank Redemption, but hey, look, that was the answer to The Green Mile. But hey, look, I want to give them a shout out. They were a lot of fun. And I mean, that's just the kind of fun that we have when you come and do trivia with me at McGrath's Burger Shack, 6:00 on Wednesdays. Okay. That is the type of fun that we like to have. And I encourage you to come and play with us. They had a great time. And I believe part of their group is going to be back this week. And I can't remember their names. Oh my gosh. This is going to be horrible. So if they hear this on Thursday, they're going to be like, yep, you forgot about us, even though I didn't really forget about them. So, I mean, I just kind of did. But anyway, all right, that's one shout out. My next shout out is going to go to the Outer Banks Association of Realtors. And they are doing a lot of fun things, but I'm going to let Willow Kelly and I'm also going to let Miss Christy Bryant talk to you about it in their own words right now. All right, I'm out on the streets today. I decided I was going to bring my mobile equipment with me and just kind of go do some riding around. And I found myself over here on 8th Street. Are we still in Nags Head? Is that where we are?
Yes, we are. We're right on the Nags Head line.
Okay, so I'm over here at the Outer Banks Association of Realtors home office right here on the Nags Head line. And that lovely voice you just heard is Miss Willow Kelly. Miss Willow, how are you today?
I am doing great. Much better because it looks like the rain's going to hold off a while.
Well, and that's good because right now we are kicking off the Volunteer Appreciation Day for people that come and do things with the organization and help keep you all going. Is that right?
That's right. We have a fantastic leadership team and committees and members of those committees that we just want to say thank you. Come by, stop by for lunch. Many of our committees, as you know, very involved. Government affairs, we're involved on the advocacy level a great deal with Donna Creef as our government affairs director. And then, we have other committees that are working on giving back to the community with our scholarship committee. We raise funds for our scholarship and disaster relief funds with the Outer Banks Community Foundation. So lots going on here at the Outer Banks Association of Realtors. We're very excited.
Well, that's great. Now, here we are. Today is, we're coming up on the end of September, the time of this recording. But what things do you have coming up in the near future, event-wise, that like people could sign up to do or go check out or whatever? What do we got coming up?
Well, as I just mentioned about the weather and looking at radar, and next Friday is actually our surf fishing tournament in Nags Head, and that surf fishing tournament benefits our disaster relief and scholarship funds. And we've got some things in-house. As you know, our board is made up of volunteers, as most boards of organizations are. And then again, the committees, they're all volunteers, staff. We manage, we get, stuff done working with the committees, and then the board governs. And with that, we're looking at our schedule. We've got a lot of things with our annual meetings coming up. We have some Wake Up with YPN, our Young Professionals Network, is having these coffee events with speakers. We have our continuing education classes coming up. Let's see, our big Realtor Ball is in December, where we'll recognize our Realtor of the Year. But we will be recognizing someone with a Career Achievement Award that has been in the business for more than 25 years, been involved on the local, state, and national level, giving back to their community. And we will recognize that person at our October 30th annual meeting.
Okay, well, so lots of things coming up on the horizon. Of course, you're talking about the weather and everything could be questionable. We'll see what happens. But if people wanted to get some more information about where they can find the details and the different listings of the events that are coming up, where can they get it?
Oh, go right to our website, outerbanksrealtors.com. We have our calendar of events right there that you just scroll down the page and see the events button there. You can look there. You can search for a home on our website. You can also search for a realtor on our website. So lots of good information there. If you're in the real estate industry, there's a lot of resources right at your fingertips there. We also have marketing data that the public has access to for the past 20 years. That's under our resources tab, our MLS market data, statistical data. So some people, want to see the trends in real estate here on the Outer Banks. A lot of times it's cyclical. But our website, check that out first and foremost. And then you're always free to call the office here.
All right. So, and you're always looking for community partners.
Always. Community partners, they help keep the ball rolling here. They support our members through their sponsorship, and our community partners play a big role here and have kept the dues here low for 30 years. So we have tremendous community partners. I don't want to mention one and not mention all of them, but they're on our banners, they're on our website. Our partnership with Outer Banks this week has been tremendous this past year, just in highlighting, our community outreach and charitable efforts in the community. Our YPN is coming up with a project in December working with Coastal Connections and kind of a rebuild, rehabitat, like a Habitat for Humanity type project, and doing some rehab work on some homes in Manio. And so that's it. I mean, the website is the first place to start. Call here, 441-4036. There's an extension to somebody we pick up, and we'll talk to you anytime.
Excellent. Well, Ms. Willow, hey, thank you for giving me just a few minutes. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot of things you're trying to, funnel through right now before you get outside. Piles of stuff you got on your desk. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave you alone. And I'll move out. Maybe I'll find Miss Karen or somebody.
Yeah, find Karen. Everybody knows Karen Pierce, our membership services director, out in the parking lot. This is a great day with some high cotton barbecue, and we have some fried chicken, all the fixins. Stop by and grab a bite.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Willow. All right, let's walk on out here. Let's take a look. There she is. That's who we want to see. Let's see if we can get in front of her real quick.
Need another sound bite?
I do need some more sound. I need lots more sound.
Okay.
Standing next to me right now, the lovely Miss Karen Pierce. Miss Karen, how are you today?
I'm very good, Justin. How are you doing?
If I was any better, I think my name would be Willow Kelly. But I don't know. So sometimes we feel like we're doing that good, but who knows? Look, tell me about it is what you do here at Obar.
I am the membership director, and I also do the events, the surf, turf, and roll that we're getting ready to have our surf fishing tournament next Friday the 3rd.
Okay.
It does our scholarship and disaster relief funds. So that's how we make money for those.
Okay. But you tend to, you're constantly, I see you everywhere. Like anytime there's something that is related with OBAR, it's like you are there. You're like the, what's the word I'm looking for? The communication, I don't know. You're
the glue. No.
Something to that effect. Well, so what are we doing out here today? I know this is like the appreciation lunch for volunteers.
It is. We try to give back to them because we couldn't drive this bus without our volunteers. So we have those to thank, and we're trying to just give them a little high cotton feed.
Ooh, yes. Well, I just wanted to say hello to you real quick. I got Willow all hemmed up in there just a moment ago, and but I just wanted to say hello. And I'm going to walk around and talk to some people in the parking lot here in just a few minutes. So
go for it.
All right, I might.
What you do?
Well, I'm trying my best. I'm going to jump in that barbecue here in just a minute. But if I jump in it now, there won't be none left.
How about that banana pudding?
I was looking at that.
I bet you are.
All right, I'm going to quick break. Then we're going to jump in that banana pudding. Yes, the complicated stuff is about to start. So, hey, standing next to me right now is the lovely El Presidente, Miss Christy Bryant. Christy, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Now, we're out here. It's a bright, sunshiny day here on the Outer Banks. We've got the Volunteer Appreciation Lunch taking place right now. But we've been talking, you and I were talking about something just a moment ago, and I feel like we need to kind of mention it real quick, if we may. We were talking about the fishing tournament. That's what it was, the fishing tournament. What's going on? So that's coming up at the end of next week, right?
It is.
All right.
Folks need to sign up and participate. It's going to be a fun day.
So I say the end of next week. When this comes out, it will be the end of next week. So this will be October 3rd, correct?
Correct.
All right. Are you fishing?
I don't fish.
You don't fish? Well, what about Mr. J over there? I'm sure he does.
He doesn't fish either, but we love to go watch and support everybody. We want folks to get a team and contact Karen Pierce here at OBAR and get your team signed up of 6 and participate. It's a good event. It's a fun event.
All right. Now, as president of this entire OBAR organization, what are your roles and responsibilities?
It's fun.
To have fun.
Just to have fun. You love on your members and you provide value and you participate and pour into the industry that is good to us and takes care of us. You take care of the membership and you take care of our community.
You help facilitate all the fun that these people need to have, and you kind of help bridge gaps between different organizations with the real estate community.
Well, we have committees, and we encourage people to participate. Get on a committee, have fun, and enjoy learning all the processes. There's room for everybody at this table.
Even room for me?
Even room for you.
I'm a big guy. I take up a lot of space.
We got plenty of room for everybody. There's a place for everybody to participate, whether you're a realtor or you're one of our preferred, I forgot the word.
Community members, community partners.
Community partners. We couldn't do it without everybody involved. It's a joint effort. It's a collaboration, and it's all good.
Well, it is all good. It is very well. You have some great community partners. Now, one thing, I may have to go over and talk to Mr. J after he's done eating, and one thing I've got to ask him is how he landed such a trophy wife. Do you think he would answer that question for me?
I'm not going there.
Oh, she's not going there. I'll get with him in just a few minutes. Miss Christy, thank you so much for giving me a few minutes.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Hey y'all, Captain Marty here to tell you that when my friends are in the market for a new boat engine, repair, or repower, I send them to the best in the business, and that's at Ratcliffe Marine in Belhaven. Ratcliffe Marine is your official Honda outboard dealer. Honda motors are designed to get you on the water fast and get you back to the dock safely and quickly. Ratcliffe Marine is best known as the largest repower center in North Carolina. So when you're in the market for a new motor or you need your Honda service, go to Ratcliffe Marine, 865 Highway 264, Belhaven.
Being healthy, a goal everyone should have for themselves, and at the Outer Banks Sports Club in Nags Head, it's a goal they take very seriously. Their mission is to help people from all walks of life achieve their personal health and fitness goals. Whether it be to lose weight, get stronger, increase speed and agility, or simply to improve your overall physical and mental health, the Outer Banks Sports Club is the gym for you. They offer the largest and best selection of fitness equipment throughout the Outer Banks, suitable for beginners through top-notch athletes. Visit them online at obxsportsclub.com to see their facility and to get signed up. The Outer Banks Sports Club in Nags Head, proudly keeping the OBX healthy and strong for over 15 years. All right, as I always say, as promised, I have left the studio in Manio. I have teleported here to Fishheads Bar and Grill at milepost 18.5 in South Nags Head on the glorious, wondrous, most outstandingly fabulous Outer Banks Fishing Pier. And sitting across from me is a gentleman. Really, I don't know how to really give him the proper introduction. There's so many different ways to introduce him, but I referred to him as the Godfather at one point. The man, the myth, the legend. Been around here in the fishing community for years, Mr. Garry Oliver. Mr. Garry, how are you today, sir?
I'm great, thanks.
Well, I want to kind of get to it and get right down to it. So talk to me a little bit about you. Now, you grew up in Texas, is that correct?
No, I grew up in D.C. I was born in Texas.
Born in Texas, that's right.
Grew up in D.C., and I came down here on vacation every summer with my father and my family in the 50s.
Okay.
And in the 60s, while I was in college at TCU, I made it on charter boats at Oregon Inlet for 2 years.
Okay.
And fell in love with the place. And the winter of 1969-70, we found out the Seaport Fishing Pier was for sale.
Okay.
That Mrs. Mitchell, her husband had passed away, and she was ready to take the load off her back and give it to somebody else. So we bought the pier in 1970. And I've been 55 years later, I'm still here.
55 years later. Yeah, here it is, 55 years, and you are still here. So talk to me about, the pier has changed shape a little bit over the years. We've had some storms come through here. I know there's been parts of it that have been lost, but the heart and soul of this place has never really been, it never disappeared. You've been here consistently, and there's a gentleman sitting behind you right now who's kind of been here consistent as well, Mr. Eddie.
Yeah.
And talk to me a little bit about just how things have gone with the pier over the years and what kind of got us to where we are with the restaurant and Fishheads Bar and Grill.
Well, over the years, it's been great. I've met a lot of great people, a lot of groups of people coming down, come back year after year. I've got one family there, their fourth generation have come here that I know now, and that's pretty impressive. But I've enjoyed the people. That's the most enjoyable thing about it is the people that come back every year, and you get to be friends, and it's really enjoyable.
Excellent. Now, what you've had the pier? You from 1970. When did you open up the restaurant or the bar side of things? What year was that?
We heard about the new Jeanette's Pier being built in 2010. They were talking about it.
Okay.
And my wife and I talked and said, we've got to change our business profile a little bit because a 1,000-foot state pier is going to really kill us.
Right.
So we decided to try to focus more on food and a bar up here. We started out small. I went to East Carolina and talked to my son, Ryan. He was in school. I said, how'd you like to run a little bar out on the pier this summer? And then we only had 4 tables and a couple bench seats. And he said, yeah, I'll work up there. So from there, it took off. I built a sandwich sign and decided to put 10-cent shrimp on it. And it took off from there. From then on, I was in the kitchen seaming shrimp, which I told my wife I would never be in the kitchen. But it's been fun. It's been exciting to watch it grow, and we've expanded year after year.
Well, are you still steaming those shrimp in the kitchen for happy hour?
No, thank God. I do go to Wanchi's, pick them up every day.
Okay.
And Wanchi's or Etheridge Seafood is really taking care of us. We do about 12,000 pounds of shrimp a year.
Holy smokes!
So
12,000 pounds.
Yeah, happy hour from 4 to 6. It's crowded up here.
Yeah, that's more of it. It's it's been, well, I say it's more. It's consistent. It's been a consistent thing you've done for what we're talking. 16 years, 15 years.
Sure. And we brought back live music too. As when I was in college and down here as a mate, we used to go to the casino every night.
Okay.
We used to have going to see music every night. We decided, we'll do music at Fishheads, and it grew to we had 2 bands a day for a while.
Right. Yes.
Now we have music every night, And it's kind of like the old days.
Man, good times. Now, here we are in the fall season, though, and I know that there's still some music, but is it still every night, or how is it on the weekends?
It's mainly weekends now.
Mainly weekends now. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, you went from, like you said, just some sandwiches, the 10-cent steamed shrimp. You had like a tent out here at one point, like a little pop-up tent.
That's how we started.
Yeah, with some coolers. And I remember Ryan out there, slinging a couple beers here and there. But now you got 40 beers on tap.
Yeah, we do.
And I mean, it's gotten so much bigger over the years. And I mean, but you're at a comfortable place where you've got a well-oiled machine that, I mean, it's the expectation. I mean, of course, you got your little obstacles you got to overcome every day, different challenges. But like at the same time, you've got a flow and a pattern for everything.
We've been lucky. We've got a great crew. They've been here with us for years.
Right.
A lot of them work here in the summertime and go to places like Vail in the wintertime to work.
Right.
So, and they come back all the time. They're experienced and they get along. And our kitchen staff, they've been with us for about 10 years, and they're like a machine in there. They put the food out, and they do a good job.
So it's very, very well-oiled. It's awesome.
It is well-oiled.
It's awesome to watch it and how it's done. And, that speaks to the heart of the individuals that are behind the scenes, running the business side, like yourself, Mary, Ryan, Rachel. I mean, you've got great people in great places to kind of help move things along.
Yeah, we have people who really have grown much more responsible, and they do a lot of our work, make it easy on us.
Yes. Like, I mean, I'm looking at two right now that I want to get here in just a few moments to jump on the mic. Brandy being one, Jonathan being the other, who have been here for a little bit of time.
For a long time, yeah. I don't know how many years, but it's been a long time.
And again, I mean, the veterans of the business that have kind of really sat back and watched it grow and see how the different changes. And I mean, the families that have been coming in year after year that they have been a part of. And I mean, it's just the way that the individuals, your staff, become part of other people's families.
Yeah, that's true.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So,
we're very fortunate.
Absolutely. Well, Garry, I appreciate you giving me a few minutes to talk. I'm going to release you to go and have your beverage here at lunchtime. And
thank you.
I really this is the Fishheads Redemption podcast. Because the last one didn't, we had a technical difficulty we didn't know was taking place at the moment, but we have overcome that and everything's hooked up the right way now. So
you picked a beautiful day to be here.
Yes. I can't disagree with you at all.
It's only blowing 31 knots, and the seas are only 10, 11 feet.
It's just another fall day on the Outer Banks in a lot of ways.
But if I didn't own a fishing pier, I'd think the ocean was beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. Gary, again, hey, I appreciate you giving me a few minutes. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Justin.
All right. Out here at Fishheads Bar and Grill, milepost 18.5 on the Outer Banks Fishing Pier in South Nags Head. It's a little bit of a breezy day out here today, and it's due in part to two tropical cyclones kind of hanging out there in the Atlantic, mixed with like a little bit of a front that I think's pushing through. A couple different elements there, but you know what? It does not stop us from being out here at Fishheads Bar and Grill. Joining me right now is someone you probably are familiar with if you've been here in the past, namely, mainly at lunchtime. And who I'm talking about the lovely and most wonderful person. Love her so much. Her name, Brandy, make sure I got the right mic. Talk to me, honey. How are you? Have a seat. I know you're busy. I'm going to get you just for a second. What's going on? How are you today?
We're doing great, Justin. Another great day on the Outer Banks Pier here at Fishheads.
Okay. Another great day here. Has it been a fun summer?
It's been a really good summer.
Okay.
Very, very good summer.
Good.
No complaints.
Staying busy?
Staying busy.
Well,
a little bit of wave action isn't going to hurt us.
Heck no. I mean, it never hurt anybody. I mean, that's the one thing I've always admired about this place is like rain or shine, depending. I mean, if we're taking a direct hit from a hurricane, I mean, obviously you're not going to want to be out here. But with a little bit of wind, it's never been too bad. I mean, you got these curtains down. Feels nice in here. We're not all sweating to death.
It's a gorgeous day, actually.
Yes.
The sun's out.
The sun is out, and that's
most importantly.
That was kind of unexpected considering, what's been swirling around out there. But regardless, Brandy, how long have you worked at Fishheads Bar and Grill?
This is lucky number 13.
13. That's all, 13.
That's it.
I thought it had been a little bit longer than that.
No, 13.
Well, you honestly are like one of the faces of the place when it comes to, being here, people coming in. I mean, people come back, I'm sure you have customers that come back year after year and they're like, hey, Brandy. I mean, I know it happens all the time.
Well, right now, as we speak, I've been taking care of these guests for years.
Okay.
And now I get to watch their kids grow up and sit at the bar and get to eat lunch with me. So it's pretty cool.
So you've got so currently we've got some guests at the bar that you have watched and have been back year after year, and you know them, and it's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
The relationships that you forge here are kind of unforgettable because, I mean, once upon a time I was employed here, and that's how I got to know Brandy very well. So, well, Brandy, I know you're busy, and what can you share with me a little bit about like some of the fun things that take place here in the fall? Like some of the, I mean, do we still have entertainment?
Right now, we're going to continue with entertainment, basically weather permitting, of course. We're going to try to at least have music till the end of this month, starting Wednesday through the end of the weekend, then we'll start shortening it up.
Okay.
As far as that's concerned. We are going to work on some holiday things. I'm going to do the angel tree again this year.
Okay.
So hopefully people will come up and help donate to that, and then we'll do the SPCA, whatever.
SPCA.
I can't get my letters straight. They're going backwards. But this is the time of year when it slows down when we try to help the community as well.
Right.
So
now we are only open until Fishheads is only open until, was it the weekend after Thanksgiving?
Saturday after Thanksgiving is the last day of business.
Okay.
Yes.
But you're going to be doing like a lot of the angel tree collecting and everything between now and then.
Yes.
For December, for Christmas, correct?
Absolutely, most definitely.
Okay, so there's something to talk about. So yeah, that's definitely something interesting that you can be a part of if you come up here and talk to Brandy again. You normally, what is your typical shifts? You're
I'm
lunchtime,
here
right?
every day that we're open.
Every day that we're open.
Yes.
All day.
All day.
Wow.
I'll
look
be
at
here
you.
doubles on Sunday.
Doubles on Sunday.
Yes.
All day, doubles on Sunday. Okay, well, Brandy, hey, thank you so much for giving me a few moments. I see Mr. Bland back there, who's also a veteran of the business, back there popping some tops. So I'll let you get back to it, sweetie.
All right, Justin.
Thank you so much. Maybe you can trade places with Mr. Bland. I would like to have a word with him, too, if he's willing. He's going to get a table. He's going to get their order, and then he'll come over here and talk to me. But in the meantime, so I'm hoping I can get a few more people. But just kind of a quick little background. I mean, there's something I don't know that I've ever really talked about on the podcast is, I was employed here at one point. And man, like I look around and like I got memories in all corners of this place, from the kitchen to the floor to out there. I mean, I've just been so many times when like a rain squall would show up and we'd have to drop these curtains so quick to make sure nobody gets wet, putting in and taking in and out the umbrellas and putting them up and moving tables around. And I mean, the one things that I've noticed since I was employed here, and we're talking, 7-8 years ago. It's been a while since I worked here, but the tap line has grown. What is that? 40 beers? 40 beers, Brandy says they've got on tap. And I mean, all the different kinds that you could think of. I mean, there's, it's so cliche to say in the radio world, but there's something for everyone. As long as you're over the age of 21, there's something for everyone. So something to keep in mind. I mean, if you love those craft beers, you love the different styles, the different flavors, from IPAs to your traditional like Bud Lights, Mick Ultra. If you like, they've got a bunch of different local brews from like Lost Colony Brewery, I believe 1718. I see some of that stuff on tap. And they hit up a lot of the breweries that are like really local to North Carolina. So we're talking, it went right out of my head which one I was actually going to say, but there are a lot of local breweries that they represent here on this tap line as far as like North Carolina based places. Okay. So as soon as Mr. Jonathan is done, I think he's got the order taken. He's going to go put it in, and then he's going to give me like 2 minutes because I know he's busy. But I mean, he's one of those that is a veteran of the place, and he can shine some light on just how much it's grown into the different elements that are here now that, when this place opened back, and I want to say it was 2010, 2011 when Fishheads got up off the ground right here on the pier. It started out as just like a pop-up tent with a bunch of coolers and a couple of bottles of beer, and I think it was Ryan that was slinging them just on a daily basis, and then they started adding different little spots to it and everything like that, and it grew up to be what it is now. I mean, watching it from its infancy to what it is today, is wonderful. Mr. Bland, have a seat. There he is now. Everybody's tired of hearing me talk. Now they want to hear you talk. Jonathan Bland, he's a veteran of the business. He's been here. How many years have you been here?
12 years.
12 years you've been employed here at Fishheads Bar Grill. So,
yes, sir.
And I mean, let's think back. Let's go back in time because you and I almost started working here at the same time that 12 years ago. Now, granted, you've stood the test of time. I have not.
All good.
But talk to me a little bit about like what you've witnessed as far as growth around here. Like, you know, it started out as one thing and now it's kind of blossomed into this beautiful thing.
I mean, now the doors are open for us to continue growing, but we started from a little beer cart in 2011. And then a bar top of 2 umbrellas, 4 seats, 2012. And then 2013, we had the L bar. And this, where we're sitting at, was outside.
That's right.
We got a big roof line. And we got a bunch of things that have grown. Like when COVID came through, then we had to put a hose stand out front to seat people instead of having first come, first serve, seat yourselves. That changed. So it's becoming more structured and a lot smoother.
Gotcha. So the price. So it's gotten. I mean, things have only gotten better and better for you over the years.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's kind of a testament to why you're still here.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, some people come and go, but you know, there's some things that are consistent. And I mean, I'm sure that there are individuals that are listening right now that are like, dude, I know Mr. Bland. He's waited on me before. That's the guy I go and I ask for him when I come in there, and nobody else will do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy. Now, granted, he is married. You know, so you got to consider that. But like, he's a good dude, kind heart, wonderful person. So, dude, I know you're busy, and I just appreciate you giving me a few minutes.
Yeah, you're good.
Any parting words for the audience?
I mean, this place is amazing to work at. It's very family-oriented. One of my favorite parts about working here is I get to kite surf down here to go to work.
I've seen that before. Well, dude, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for giving me a few minutes.
Thanks,
back to what Mr. Bland was saying. I mean, it's just the family atmosphere. I mean, I'm looking at kids. I got 1 kid, 2 kids. I mean, there's probably about 3 or 4 different, sets of kids in here, 5 kids that are in here enjoying something to eat with their families. So, that's just, it's just kind of sings to this place. I mean, there's so many different great pieces of this.
Hey y'all, Captain Marty here. And when I was looking for a top quality mower, I went to the best. And the best is A&W Sales in Pinetown. Now at A&W Sales, they carry top quality brands like the Bad Boy zero-turn mowers, of which I own one now for 15 years. American-made, heavy-duty machines built to handle anything from backyard touch-ups to commercial jobs. They've proudly sold and serviced Bad Boy mowers for over 15 years. How about if you're in need of a trailer? A&W Sales carries the full line of Big Tex trailers, the best-selling trailer brand in the entire nation. Visit them in-store or online at awsalesnc.com, where tough equipment meets trusted service.
Let's be real. No one wants to deal with nasty varmints like mice, roaches, creepy crawlies, and critters. Leave that work to the experts at Outer Banks Pest Control. Outer Banks Pest Control is the best on the beach when it comes to eradicating those unwanted creatures. They've been in business for over 25 years with well over 100 years of combined exterminating experience. Specializing in both commercial and residential properties, Outer Banks Pest Control has all the tools and equipment necessary to take on any pesky job. They pride themselves on top quality customer service and workmanship. Hey, if it ain't red and yellow, it's just some coattail riding fella. Outer Banks Pest Control, the best on the beach with a proven track record of excellence since the year 2000 and online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. All right, back here in the studio from Fishheads, and we're going to jump into some events real quick. And again, these events can be found online at outerbanksthisweek.com. outerbanksthisweek.com. Click on the events tab, and you can search by daytime events, nighttime events, different places, categories, date ranges, everything like that. I just put in the date ranges and I just take off. So let's start with what's going on Friday. We've got the first Friday, and it's the first actual Friday of Halloween Island in downtown Manio. So first Friday combined with Halloween Island, man, that's going to be a good time. That's going to be a lot of fun. So that is something that you're going to want to go. I may try to go see what's going on in downtown Manio for first Friday on October. Yeah, this coming Friday night. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So we got the Halloween International Film Festival, film festival that's taking place at, where is that? Pioneer. Sorry. It's at the Pioneer Theater. So that's going on. We've got Post Colony, Oktoberfest going on at Lost Colony Tavern. The Pumpkin Patch. See, we're into October now. Pumpkin Patch going on at the Outer Banks Brewing Station. The Great Pumpkin Fair taking place at Nags Head Elementary School on Friday, October 3rd from 4 to 7. Oh, there's things going on at Jolly's. There's live music at Lone Cedar this coming weekend. Stuff going on at Dare Arts. There's also going to be the Ramble's going to be at Fishheads. Let's see. First Friday, things going on at New Vine, Sanctuary Vineyards. Got stuff. The Marshall Paul Band is going to be at Jack Brown's starting at 9 o'clock. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about Jack Brown's here in just a few moments. Going on into Saturday, it's the 2-year anniversary party of Dune Street Raw Bar and Grill right there in the Surfside Plaza in Nags Head. That's going to start at noon. And of course, there's still stuff going on with Halloween Island all day in downtown Manio as well. Let's take a look. There's more things going on. Oktoberfest from 2 to 6 at Jack Brown's. And I'm going to talk more about Jack Brown's in just a little bit. But there's also going to be a lot of fun things taking place at Jolly Rogers. There's also more things happening that evening at Jack Brown's. There's going to be lots of entertaining and lots of fun things that are going to be taking place all weekend long. Sunday. I mean, it's kind of the same song and dance. We're looking at Stripers is going to have some live music. Bird Dog's going to be at Outer Banks Brewing Station. Something else is happening Sunday. Let me mention this. Starting at 1 o'clock at the Lowe's parking lot in Kill Devil Hills, there is going to be a benefit for the Collington Volunteer Fire Department, and it is a fire truck pull. Now, I am on team Farm Boy. All right, I'm going to be out there helping try to pull this fire truck on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock with Clint Godwin and a bunch of the fellas from Farm Bureau. I'm going to be out there with them as well as some folks from Roanoke Island Fitness Lab, and we're going to see if we can pull this fire truck 100 feet the fastest. We're going to see how fast we can get that done. So that's going to be something fun that's happening Sunday, 1 o'clock. Lowe's, all to benefit the Volunteer Fire Department of Collington. So as I was saying, more live music at Stripers on Sunday. There's things going on in downtown Manio. Jolly Rogers has got it going off. There's Whalehead Brewery in Corolla has also got Family Brewed instead of Family Feud. Family Brewed taking place at 6 o'clock Sunday, October 5th. Going on into next week, let's see, the 6th, there's stuff at McGrath's, things going on. There's the poker tournament, and it's taking place at Jolly Roger. There's trivia night at the Red Drum and Grill and Tap House in Nags Head. That's going to start at 7 o'clock on Monday evening. Tuesday, October the 7th. I turned 41 that day, but we're going to skip that. Music bingo at Jolly Roger. There's going to be stand-up paddleboard yoga going on at Ride the Wind at 6:30 in the afternoon down in Ocracoke. I'm sure that's a weather-pending event. Some of these events are probably weather-pending. Jeremy and the Generation is going to be jamming out October 8th at Fishheads. I'm going to be at McGrath's Burger Shack again. McGrath's Burger Shack, 6 o'clock on Wednesday evenings right there in Nags Head in the Outer Banks Mall. I would really like to encourage you to come and participate. I'm telling you, you will have a good time. I'm going to do my best to make you laugh, make you cry, make you pee on yourself. I don't know, whatever makes you happy. I'm going to do the best I can to make it. So that's something to think about going on Wednesday, October 8th. That's every Wednesday for that matter. Trivia nights, live music continuing on throughout the whole week at the Brewing Station, at Stripers, at Stormy Seas Bottle Shop, at Bass Nights Lone Cedar. There's also the 16th annual Duck Jazz Festival that's taking place Saturday, October the 11th. You're not going to want to miss that. Let me give you a little detail on the 16th annual Duck Jazz Festival. Let's get some more information on that. You can go to ducknc.gov to get more info on that. This is a non-ticketed and free event to the public. There's going to be food and drinks available for purchase from town eateries, and chairs are going to be available for rent. Attendees must also bring food, or may also bring food, coolers, chairs, blankets, and well-behaved dogs. So that's something that's happening at the Ducktown Park. Okay, the Ducktown Park right there on October 11th and the 12th. It's a whole weekend thing. You can go to ducknc.gov for more details on that. Let's see what else is coming up in the near future that we can talk about. Trying to come through kind of the month of October, and Again, Pumpkin Patch Kids event Saturday, October 11th. There's also live music at Bass Nights Saloon Theater. Wicked Woods gets kicked off on Saturday, October 11th. I think I'm going to go out there that evening. I'm going to take my mobile equipment with me, and I may walk through with said equipment and see how scary it is. Just kind of give you an idea, all right? Just to what the haunts, the thrills, and all that other fun stuff. Let's see if I can get some good sound from the woods, just to give you an idea of what's going to be taking place out there. Again, so many different things going on throughout the month of October. I encourage you to head on over to OuterBanksThisWeek.com, click on the events tab, and you can see it all in its entirety. I think we got Brewtog coming up. We've got the Seafood Festival coming up this month. We've got Harborween down at Juan Cheese Marina. That's happening this month. There are so many different things in the month of October that you will not want to miss here on the Outer Banks. October is jam-packed every weekend with something. So, in the words of the local FM radio that sounds completely ridiculous, there's something for everyone. So, just consider that. Anyway, all that being said, OuterBanksThisWeek.com is where you want to go to find all of the fun on the Outer Banks and more. Sorry, I had to. All right, I don't know that I forgot anything. I'm pretty sure that I hit it all. I do want to thank Fishheads Bar and Grill at milepost 18.5 in South Nags Head for allowing me to come and hang out. So you heard me say a moment ago I was going to talk a little bit more about Jack Brown's. Well, I am, because I'm going to go over there to Jack Brown's on Saturday at 6 o'clock. Saturday, October 5th, I'm going to set up shop at Jack Brown's to do the podcast. All right, I'm going to do it from there. I want you to come hang out, say hello, jump on the mic with me, grab something to eat, enjoy yourself, and have some fun. Okay, for real. It's going to be a great time. I know they're doing their Oktoberfest that day. I think they got music bingo. I'm going to try to squeeze everything in right there in between if possible. Okay, I'm going to try to do my best to not be in the way. But hey, look, Jack Brown's right there on the beach road in it. Killed Up Hills is like milepost 8.5-ish. 9-ish, between milepost 8.5 and 9. It's in that. You're not going to miss it. I guarantee you're not going to miss it. So right there on the beach road in Killable Hills, I want you to come hang out with me, grab a bite, say hello, jump on the mic with me for a few minutes, and let's have some fun. Okay, that's what we're going to do this coming Saturday evening. So all that being said, we're going to wrap this thing up. Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode number 133. Again, all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio and online at kellysobxauto.com. And of course, it's all powered by, who's it powered by? Outer Banks Pest Control and online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. All right, have yourself a great, wonderful rest of the week. And I'll see y'all again next week. Good Lord willing. And the creek don't rise. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.
This has been another radical edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and listen every Thursday for a new episode.